Trevor. What's up, Trevor? What's up, 6 foot, 200? What's Gucci? What's crack-a-lackin', man? Yeah, everybody's good. We home. You see, I ain't got the thing on my wrist. We home now, so, you know, we just taking it one day at a time. Due date is still November 30th. Oh yeah, you live in Louisville. You my man on the ground in Louisville, 6 foot. You my man on the ground, man. You gotta give me the skinny, man. Was I out of line with my 6-part masterpiece series? What's up, Vlad? Was I out of line with my 6-part masterpiece series about Breonna Taylor? What the streets of Louisville saying? What the streets saying? I don't want to hear what them activists saying. What the streets saying? Yeah. About to get into it. What the street said, was she a little precious little angel that had no idea what was going on? I don't know. Was she a little saint that had no clue what was going on? Just things going on around her and she ain't know nothing. It was all Jamarcus' fault. I mean, I don't know. From the I just read the paperwork, man. You read paperwork to niggas and niggas get mad. Everybody hit that like button, man. What's up, Cyrus? You said Kenny got kicked out of school for thugging? Oh, Kenneth Walker, he looked like a street nigga. That nigga looked hard as hell, man. I ain't never believed the bullshit about he was just some dude. She wouldn't have been messing with him. She wouldn't go from Jamarcus to some square dude. It don't work like that. A chick don't go from a big time drug dealer to some square dude. And then the square dude shoot the cops. The square nigga end up shooting the cops. I knew Kenny. You could just look at Kenny and tell he from the streets. It's just a look, man. It's a look niggas got, man. It's just a look, nigga. Now, I ain't saying Kenny a bad person, but ain't no fucking way he no fucking... Oh, she got with a good guy. Get the fuck out of here. That nigga from the streets, too. But the thing about Kenny, he wasn't involved with their shit. He wasn't involved with her little drug ring. What's up, Ray Wall? What's up, Jared? What's up, Phallic X? Damn, nigga named Phallic X. Now the juror wants to deliver. These motherfuckers, man, they can't. Listen, man, they thought they had one. They had the EMT who was sleeping in her bed. They had the EMT who was sleeping in her bed when the evil white people came in and killed her for no reason. And they thought they had one. You say he wasn't from the streets like that? No, it's different. See, like, he went to college. I'm not saying like he was a fucking drug dealer or nothing like that, like those guys. I'm saying he was a motherfucking... That nigga was known. Niggas in Louisville knew that nigga. And niggas ain't gonna know you unless you in the streets. You ain't gonna be known for fucking having a library card or making straight A's. Niggas don't know you for shit like that. Niggas know you from the streets. And all them niggas knew who Kenny was. Kenneth Walker was. All them drug dealers that Breonna was hanging with, they all knew who Kenneth Walker was. That was my first red flag. When I said, damn, these niggas know they know who this nigga is. Ain't no fucking hoodlums and gangbangers and thugs gonna know who the fuck you is if you some damn good guy. Don't work like that, man. Sorry. What's up, why not? What's up, black butterfly? Oh shit, they did that bullshit again. What's up, Millie Molly? We back, man. Man, all that happened with Breonna is, man, Black Lives Matter thought they had one. They thought they had the perfect story. The EMT sleep in her bed, and the cops come to the wrong apartment and shoot her while she's sleeping in her bed. I see they dropped a bunch of people out the chat. They always do that. Boy, they got some mean tricks up their sleeve, boy. Whew. They dropped everybody. They dropped everybody out the chat. And I'm not trying to make this girl into a bad person. I'm just taking it with what she was. Like, damn, shit. She could have been the sweetest motherfucker ever. She could have been the sweetest pumpkin pie. She could have been as sweet as pumpkin pie. But to act as if y'all don't understand why her door got kicked in, that's some bullshit. I can't understand why the police would kick her door in. Really? What's up, Alex? Ace Boogie, yeah. We ain't never go nowhere. YouTube just dropped it. I think they dropped the stream. They dropped a bunch of people off the chat. They do that. Yeah, smash that like, man. Brianna. They thought they had one. Black Lives Matter still has yet to have a good candidate. And the thing about it, all they need is one. If Black Lives Matter find one nigga that they could justify, all right, the nigga ain't do nothing wrong. It'll legitimize them. All these ones with these fucking criminals resisting arrest, that don't hurt Black Lives Matter. All they need is one legit joint. All the illegitimate cases they take, it don't hurt them at all. I just don't understand all these black people acting like it's common to get your door kicked in and shit. Niggas acting like she didn't do nothing. The cops just the cops kicked in her door cause she black. Well, Negro, if that's the case, why they ain't kicking your door? Yeah, take that $5 challenge, man. This is what I'm thinking though. Niggas, it's a gang of niggas acting like it's so common for the police to just kick in niggas' doors cause they black for no other reason. You a black person and you know somebody who a drug dealer, the police kick in your door. That if that's the case, god damn it. Who in here has had their door kicked in? Hit one of you had your door kicked in. You said I'm acting like cops never make mistakes. How the fuck am I acting like cops never make mistakes? How am I acting like cops never make mistakes? Hit one of you ever had your door kicked in by a SWAT team or for a warrant. So we got a lot of people. Okay. Now those of you who've had your door kicked in, was it because you was black? Alright, we gotta pay. Was it because you were black? Salute, Travis. Salute, bro. Travis with the $5 donation. Was it because you was black? Was it because you was black? That's what I want to know. Okay, we've established that some people, because they do 20,000 no-knock warrants a year. Who knows how many knock warrants they do a year. So yeah, some of y'all would have had your door kicked in, especially if you was living a life of crime. But how many of y'all... I've had mine kicked in twice. One time they was looking for a guy who didn't live in my house, who I knew, but passively. He ended up, he had like killed somebody or something, and they thought he stayed in my house because I lived in a rooming house, and then, so that was erroneous. And the other time, man, I was slanging them things, man. I was moving them pounds, man. I was moving it, man. The motherfuckers had to do. When my lawyer showed me the affidavit, all the evidence they had on me, I was like, damn. So listen, and then another time I got caught in the sting where a guy set me up, but that wasn't at my house. But yeah, mostly every time I got into it with the cops, man, I was digging shit. Not only was I doing it, but like them motherfuckers had been like, they had me dead. They had been watching a nigga. Yeah, that's what happened to my boys. When they kicked in my door, they caught my boys. I got away. When they kicked in my door, they caught all my boys. I got away. But they caught me later. But I got away. And them niggas was mad as shit. Niggas was mad as shit. Yeah, you hanging around the fucking known places where that type of activity going on. You there that day and that time when they kick in that door, you going to jail. Everybody going to jail. Oh, you live in Newburgh in New York? Newburgh is kind of rough, man. Upstate New York, period, is kind of rough, man. Upstate New York is rough, man. Everywhere. Albany, Syracuse, Schenectady, Troy, Rochester, Buffalo. All of fucking upstate New York is rough. What city do you want to go to? Let's start the show. Give me a city, man. Let's start the show, man. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody take the $5 challenge, man. Take the $5 challenge via PayPal or via the Cash App, man. Somebody post the links. Hey, give me a city, man. Give me a city, y'all. My man say Cleveland, Nashville. We got Cleveland, Nashville on the board. I just did a video on Cleveland, man. I just did a video on Cleveland. Let's do Nashville, man. Let's do Nashville, man. I just did a whole video on Cleveland, man. Go watch my LeBron James video. The last LeBron James video I did on Ock Nation TV. Cleveland, we did a whole video on Cleveland, man. All right, let's see. Let me see. Nashville. Nashville. And you know, Nashville seemed like a place where ain't that the home of country music? It seemed like a place where, you know, you wouldn't have a lot of Negro activity, man. It seemed like a place you would be able to raise a family and shit. Nashville seemed like a place you would be able to raise a fucking family without having to worry about shit. But obviously, there's no way you can do that. Fucking Hispanic dude raping 13-year-old girl. 87 pounds of marijuana found in the Nashville airport. Hey, look at this shit. You got a lot of hood shit going on, and Tennessee's rough, man. I didn't know Tennessee was like that till I started doing this show. I mean, I figured, I knew it was rappers from Memphis and shit, but all of Tennessee is fucked up. All of Tennessee's fucked up. What's good? What's good? All of Tennessee is fucked up. That's the part that's sad, man. That niggas done fucking put their stain on all of Tennessee. Man shot and critically wounded in the Wedgwood, Houston neighborhood. Yeah, all Tennessee's rough, man. That's the trenches. Any city in the South is fucked up. That's true. Every city in the South is fucked up. That's true. That's so true. Every city in the South is fucked up. Every one of them. All of them. All of them. There ain't one city in the South where the black section of town ain't fucked up. Let me take this shit off. There ain't one. Every city in the... Well, put it like this. Every city everywhere. Nah, I don't hear that shit about economics, man. You know how many poor white towns it is in the South? Get the fuck out of here with that economic shit. There's a bunch of poor white towns in the South. It's a whole poor area called Appalachia that spans like 6 states. It's a whole region like the size of California. All fucking poor white people. They call it Appalachia. You niggas kill me with this whole fucking, it's about economics. Nah, it's about you, nigga. It's about you niggas. You niggas are fucking savages, man. Niggas are savages.
Questions following that from the WKRN.com alert desk. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Us that victim was critically injured, rushed to Vanderbilt University Medical Center with life-threatening injuries.
Think about this. You a nigga in Tennessee and you get shot on some hood shit and you get taken to Vanderbilt Hospital. One of the finest hospitals in the country. This the thing about the black murder rate. Think about this. How many EMTs, police, and surgeons save black people? Because we always hear about how many black people get shot. And a small percentage of the black people that get shot get killed. This nigga got shot in the hood and they took him to Vanderbilt Hospital. And you niggas complaining about America?
Injuries, take a look. Yeah, so Metro Police now telling us that victim was critically injured, rushed to Vanderbilt University Medical Center with life-threatening injuries. Take a look. This all happening around 9 o'clock last night. Officers responding to a report of gunshots fired. This is in the area of Linwood Avenue near Ridley Boulevard. When police got there, they say they found a man with a gunshot wound and a fracture to his left leg. Again, he was taken to a hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police trying to find a description of that shooter or shooters, but they do have very limited information to go on. So if you have any information, be sure to call Nashville Crime Stoppers. That number, 615-74-CRIME, and be sure to stay with News 2 and WKRN.com for the very latest.
Did y'all hear it? Who heard it? Who heard it? Who heard it? Who heard it? The central theme. Okay, Jack said he from Appalachia. Who heard what I heard out of that fucking news story? Who heard what I heard? I don't think y'all niggas know what. I don't think y'all niggas heard what I heard. No suspects. Nobody in custody. Okay? Nobody in custody. Nobody in custody. Let me get to another city, man. This shit starting to get on my nerves. Nobody in custody. Nobody in custody. What's up, Leroy? Leroy Honeycutt. Yeah, we may have to get to St. Louis before, you know. St. Louis is the trenches. Leroy been on the land low for a while, man. Alright, give me another city, man. Ain't too much going on in Nashville. Give me another city, man. Give me another city, man. Hit that super chat, hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App, man. Give me another city, man. My man says San Diego. You want to see a town? I like going to San Diego. You know why I like going to San Diego? Because nothing ever happens in San Diego. Okay? You're never going to hear about nothing happening in San Diego. You know why? You don't see nothing going on in San Diego. I've been to San Diego. And I can vouch for this. I've actually been to San Diego twice. I've been to San Diego when I was a kid, and I went to San Diego a few years ago. Nothing ever happens in San Diego. You want to know why? Yeah, I mean, it got that one. Yeah, it got a hood. But you know who lives over there, right? You know who lives over there. You know who lives over there. You know the one rough area of San Diego. You know who lives over there. You know who lives over there. But I do like going to San Diego because, you know, I haven't been there. It's just such a beautiful, clean place. Like, that city is clean. Like it don't have a film on it like a lot of major cities. It's not like San Francisco. What I hear about San Francisco, I've never been to San Francisco, but I heard, and it's not like New York or, you know.
Music lifts up people's spirits. It's one of the most important things that we can have during times of distress.
For the last 25 weeks, Victoria Robertson has traded the stage, a curtain, and the spotlight for her front porch, while her North Park neighbors pulled up chairs, grabbed a snack, and watched from below.
I think the neighborhood is very aware of it, and we're from East County, so we're from the other side of town. We heard about it.
The front porch concerts have become exceedingly popular, with passers-by filling the streets and sidewalks to hear a classically trained voice and a litany of other performers backing her up. Like many performers, Robertson and her musician friends have been hit.
This woman doing fucking, she doing operas on her porch. Look at all these white people out there watching operas. You ain't gonna have no shooting, you ain't gonna have no fucking stabbings, you ain't gonna have nothing. This the type of shit you get on the news in a town where there's not a lot of white people, but not a lot of black people. You gotta understand. This is on the news. Cause you don't have any black people there to fucking shoot and commit crimes and shit.
This is the completely reimagined 2020 Ford Escape.
Like many performers, Robertson and her musician friends have been hit hard by the coronavirus. These concerts have been a great way for them to continue performing while making money off of tips from grateful neighbors.
There was such a good reception that I treat it just like a concert. You know, I'll dress up in my finest. I'll invite some guest musicians to come with me, and it's been such a lovely experience for me.
Though the shows have been a ringing success, this will be the last time Robertson performs from her little blue house on the hill.
My landlord's putting the house on the market, so I've lived here in North Park for 17 years at the same house.
It's more than just the performing and the applause that gives her joy. It's the community.
Her landlord's putting the house on the market. If she was black, she'd be trying to say it was because of racism.
She's tied closer to.
With the technology to practically park itself, this is the 2020 Ford Escape.
Together, and their appreciation that picks her up when times are darkest.
When I knew I had to leave North Park, I thought it would be a little sad to just leave and not kind of have a known impact on my neighbors. So this is sort of perfect. People are going to remember me now, which makes me feel really special. I'm going to sing a song from Phantom of the Opera. It's called Think of Me, because I want you all to think of me. Oh, we shared this quarantine together. It's so strange, but I love you all. Thank you so much.
Though it's curtains for the front porch concerts, she hopes that the sweltering Sunday performances gifted her neighbors the joy of music during the dark time.
I'll do whatever it takes to bring music to the people, because they really need it to lift up their spirits. And as performers, that's our whole mission, is what can we give to lift people up. That's why we do what we do.
In North Park.
You know the saddest part about that?
News 8.
You know the saddest part about that, about this woman, is that you see how nice and sweet that woman is? How many of y'all think that woman is nice and sweet? Hit one if you think that woman is a really nice and sweet woman. Hit the like button, everybody. Take the $5 challenge via PayPal or via the Cash App. Seems like a very nice woman. If she have an interaction with a black person starts some shit with her in the Walmart and pull out their phone and start recording her, she gonna lose her job and be known as a Karen. That nice, sweet woman. All it would take for her is to be in a Walmart and to brush up against a black woman, and the black woman pull out her camera, and that woman gonna be known as a fucking racist. It ain't shit going on in San Diego, man. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing, man. Not a goddamn thing going on in San Diego. They don't have no niggas over there. Take me somewhere where some niggas at, man. Somebody take me somewhere where some niggas at, man. We need to get the show lit. Let's get the show lit, man. Let's go to back to Blackistan, man. Let's get the show lit. Blackistan, y'all. My man said Baltimore. All right, let's do Baltimore, man. That's definitely Blackistan, man. God damn, that's Blackistan. Baltimore, Black East Stain, man. Here we go. Blackistan, my nigga. Let's go to Blackistan, man. Where some niggas at? Yeah, I live in DC. Baltimore, I've been to Baltimore maybe 20 times in my whole life, man. I ain't been to Baltimore no whole bunch of times, man. Baltimore right up the road, about 45-minute drive maybe, if that. I don't mess around in Baltimore, Jack. I ain't from there. I ain't from Baltimore, my nigga. I don't mess around up there. Them niggas ghetto as shit. They hood as shit. The Wire don't even do that shit no justice. The Wire don't even do Baltimore justice. The Wire is like the Wire. I guess the Wire does it justice because it show what it could possibly be.
Arrived at Madison Avenue to find. City police are investigating who shot two people in the drive-by shooting on Monday night. Officers arrived at Madison Avenue to find a 27-year-old woman and 23-year-old man with gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospitals with non-life-threatening injuries. Detectives say they were sitting on a bench when someone in a white vehicle shot them, then drove away. Anyone with information should contact police.
That's what I'm talking about. Baltimore, man. Be more careful, man. Let's see what else going on in Baltimore. Alright. So it looks like we got a plethora. We got a plethora of shootings. We got a plethora. We got a plethora. A state. Baltimore, boy. I tell you, ride through Baltimore, you gonna know. You just gonna feel it, man. You ain't even gotta get out the motherfucking car, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ride through Baltimore, man, that joint is rough, Jack. That joint looks rough. You gonna see a fight. You gonna be riding down the street, you gonna see somebody fighting. You gonna see the police, ambulance, every fucking direction. The white people in Baltimore are fucking trashy as fuck. Like trashy as shit. White people in Baltimore are like they the trashiest white people I ever seen in my life. I ain't even gonna lie, man. They some trashy white folk up there, man. Hey, why won't let me?
wanted for 2 shootings is arrested in North Carolina. 22-year-old Winston Hughes is charged for shooting 23-year-old DeAndre House in June, and Hughes' girlfriend, 25-year-old Fatima Camera, in September. House survived the shooting, however, Camera died from her injuries. Hughes is awaiting extradition back to Maryland to face charges for both shootings.
Could you imagine being a black anchor person in one of these cities and you gotta keep reporting every night on these fucking niggas shooting up shit? Every night, all you do is report on niggas shooting some shit. Ocean City. You said something happened in Ocean City this weekend? Alright, I'll get to that. Think about that. You gotta report every fucking day the news, and it ain't nothing but niggas. And it ain't nothing but niggas. Here we go. There they go. They got the Ocean City story right here. I tell you, man, that's how I feel. Every time I go to any of these cities, I gotta report on nothing but niggas. And niggas think you like doing that shit. You making black people, nigga. The fuck you think I would? I don't love it when sometimes there'd be a murder and it'd be a fucking person that's not black. You don't think I love that? I love it when it be a murder and the person who got killed and the person who did the killing ain't black. I love that shit. Everybody that like button, man. Mods, post the link. Post the link for the $5 challenge.
Get up to date with the news and weather happening throughout the day.
Good evening, everyone. We start with breaking news out of Baltimore City.
With Stan Stovall, Deborah Wiener, and Chief Meteorologist Tom Hasselmeyer. Weeknights at 6 and 11
Her name
on
is
11
Deborah
News.
Wiener.
H2OI 2020, a pop-up car rally with Ocean City this year as its backdrop.
Basically, it's cars, it's a car event, and people do burnouts. And which basically means they spin their tires and smoke produces.
The unauthorized event went from fun before authorities say it veered left to violent, with more than 100 people arrested late Saturday night. Ocean City Police Chief Ross Bazzaro saying, quote, "This is not a car."
I want to know this. How did 100 people get arrested and nobody get killed? And we know these is niggas. How did 100 people get arrested? 100 niggas get arrested. Probably about 80 of them was probably niggas. And nobody get killed. Because remember, the police are hunting us. The police is just killing black people. Every interaction with a black person ends in death. How did 100 people get arrested and nobody get killed?
More than 100 people arrested late Saturday night. Ocean City Police Chief Ross Bazzaro saying, quote, "This is not a car show and the majority of these visitors are not car enthusiasts. They are here to disrupt, destroy, and disrespect our community."
He gets onto the sidewalk, and then the cop says, "Hey, come here. Let me see you." Grabs him.
But 17-year-old Joseph Davis from Delaware, who was arrested and faces disorderly conduct charges, tells 11 News he believes he was targeted.
I was arrested for videotaping a guy being arrested, but I felt like the cop, used his power. He abused his power, let's say.
And the Maryland State Police became involved.
You hear this dumbass kid? I was arrested because I videotaped the cop and I felt like the cop was abusing his power. What the fuck? That's not your call to make, motherfucker. Somebody getting arrested. Mind your fucking business. Black people gotta start telling their kids, when you see some nigga getting arrested, mind your fucking business. Why do niggas feel like every time they see an arrest, they gotta go over there and, hey, what is going on here? Hey, what's going on here? You notice that? Somebody getting arrested, here come a nigga with his camera. What's going on here? Don't kill him. Don't kill him. What did he do? Why you handling him like that?
Are not car enthusiasts. They are here to disrupt, destroy, and disrespect our community.
He gets onto the sidewalk, and then the cop says, hey, come here. Let me see you. Grabs him.
But 17-year-old Joseph Davis from Delaware, who was arrested and faces disorderly conduct charges, tells 11 News he believes he was targeted.
I was arrested for videotaping a guy being arrested, but I felt like the cop used his power. He abused his power, let's say.
And
what was abusive about this? This shit is starting to get on my nerves, man. Salute, salute, salute. Josue, man, salute, man. Josue with the $20 donation. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to you, man. Look at this. This is what this fucking kid was harassing this cop over. Tell me if this guy's being abused.
he believes he was targeted.
I was arrested for videotaping a guy being arrested, but I felt like the cop used his power. He abused his power, let's say.
And the Maryland State Police became involved after assisting Ocean City PD with a disorderly crowd. It left one trooper with serious head injuries, and tonight a suspect with a series of charges. And that suspect, 23-year-old Jonathan Bello. State police say while helping Ocean City Police with a disorderly crowd, Bello got away. When a trooper caught up to him to make an arrest, the two of them fell. The trooper received serious head injuries. At one point, he stopped breathing and went unconscious before being rushed to the hospital for treatment. A night of what's being called unruly and destructive coming to an end.
There's body slam the kid and all this. I'm like, yo, bro, don't.
Always niggas. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. It's always niggas. It's always niggas running and fighting with cops. And then they always the fucking victim.
Serious head injuries. At one point, he stopped breathing and went unconscious before being rushed to the hospital for treatment. A night of what's being called unruly and destructive coming to an end.
There's body slam the kid and all this. I'm like, yo, bro, don't resist, don't resist. I ended up exchanging words, and I guess it wasn't protected by my First Amendment.
With this team facing his...
Did you see that cop punch the shit out that white boy? Watch this cop punch the shit out of this white boy. But nobody cares because it's a white kid. Watch this very closely. You're going to see it in the bottom right-hand corner.
Slam the kid and all this. I'm like, yo, bro, don't resist, don't resist. I ended up exchanging words, and I guess it wasn't protected by my First Amendment.
With this team.
Hit one of you saw that. Hit one of you caught that. He punched the shit out of that white boy. You ain't gonna hear a thing because it's a white kid. and that white kid deserved that shit. Good. I'm glad that white kid got punched. But what I'm saying is, if that was a black kid, it'd be fucking, the city would be burning.
What's being called unruly and destructive coming to an end.
There's body slam the kid and all this. I'm like, yo, bro, don't resist, don't resist. I ended up exchanging words, and I guess it wasn't protected by my First Amendment.
With this team facing his own lessons learned.
I don't know if I really want to go back because I've already got arrested over some BS. I can only imagine what's next, you know?
I'm Trey Ward,
He's such a victim.
11 News.
And
Now, 11 News did reach out to Ocean City officials and the Maryland State Police for a response to Davis's claims and have yet to hear back, although we're told more information on the arrest will be released tomorrow.
Smash. 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 Man. This is what you get when you go around niggas, man. How many of y'all grew up with some black people that said you can never have nothing when niggas involved? You can't have nothing when niggas involved. I'm talking about some black people that used to tell you that. You can never have nothing with niggas involved. You can't have nothing. You can't have a good time. You cannot have a good time when niggas involved. I used to hear niggas say that all the time. I used to hear niggas say that all the time back in the 80s and the 90s. Salute. Kenneth Curtis, man. Salute, man. Appreciate you, man. $5.55, man. Woohoo! 555. All these niggas, man. All this shit. These chocolate cities, this shit is shameful. All these black, and like I told you before, the amount of niggas that get saved by first responders doing CPR and tying tourniquets and putting pressure on their wounds. These guys look at, when you in Baltimore and you get shot, you know what hospital you might go to? You might go to Johns Hopkins. I don't know if y'all know about Johns Hopkins, but that's one of the best hospitals in the world. When you in Baltimore and you a nigga and you in the hood and you get shot, they will take you to Johns Hopkins. These niggas are beneficiaries of the best surgeons on the planet. And if it wasn't for that, you would have more niggas dead.
This morning, Baltimore is now one homicide short of a 250. It is a troublesome milestone that seemed to escalate throughout the month of September, where we saw an average of a murder a day. Fox 45's Dan Lamparello has reaction to the growing violence as some hope to take the crime fight into their own hands.
Did you hear what this woman said? A murder a day. A murder a day.
This morning, Baltimore is now one homicide short of a 250. It is a troublesome milestone that seemed to escalate throughout the month of September, where we saw an average of a murder a day. Fox 45's Dan Lamparello has reaction to the growing violence as some hope to take the crime fight into their own hands.
Baltimore sadly remains on track to surpass more than 300 homicides for the 6th year in a row. And while our elected leaders can't seem
300 homicides for 6 years in a row. And you have to understand that this is a city with 600,000 people. Salute, Krilla. This is a city with 600,000 people. Now, Chicago may have 700, 600 murders a year, but they got 3 million people. Baltimore has 600,000 people, and they've had 300 murders a year for 6 straight years.
to get a handle on that crime, some in our community say it's now up to them. On this West Baltimore corner, a community's response to a city in crisis.
This today is to bring light into a dark area.
It's was the same corner where a man was recently gunned down.
Baltimore City has seen a numerous of homicides and shootings within the past September.
This month alone, more than 30 people have been killed on city streets, a sudden surge to a crime crisis that shows no signs of slowing down. And while there's been few solutions from those at the top, this community says we can't rely on them.
We have to stop playing the blame game. We can't keep blaming city council. We can't keep...
You heard this nigga? They not gonna like...
Community says we can't.
They are not gonna like... Listen to what this nigga just said. He can cancel his political career in Baltimore. He just ruined his whatever political aspirations this nigga had, he just ruined them with this one statement. Listen.
Can't rely on them.
We have to stop playing the blame game. We can't keep blaming city council. We can't keep blaming the mayor. We can't even keep blaming the police department. At this moment, it takes all of us.
Baltimore police have boasted this year that violent crime, including homicides, are down from this time last year, but not by much.
That's nothing to celebrate because we still have a long ways to go.
City Councilor Isaac Yitzi Schleifer is the chair of the city's Public Safety Committee and says we need to be making more arrests to...
Look how dirty that shit is. Now look how dirty. Look at how dirty and filthy this street is. Look at this shit. Take away the murder that just happened there. Take away the murder and all the murders that have happened there this year. Look at how dirty this shit is. That's the street. That's not the sidewalk. That area right there where the grass is growing. You see where the grass is growing? That's the street. That's not the sidewalk. That's the street. Grass is growing in the street. Salute, salute, salute. Bird Nation 188, salute, man. Appreciate you. 187. 188. He said 188. Okay, you won over the 187. Look at how dirty that place is. Who remember that girl, that Republican lady, Kim Klacik? She did that fucking video on Baltimore. It was about a month and some change ago. She walked through the streets of Baltimore. She had like on a red dress and some high heel pumps. Some red high heel pumps. She was walking through the streets of Baltimore. That shit was filthy. I told you, man, when you in Baltimore, that shit is filthy.
Of the lawlessness that we've been seeing.
You have a greater than 50% chance of getting away with murder in Baltimore City.
You have a greater than 50% chance of getting away with murder in Baltimore City.
You have a greater than 50% chance of getting away with murder in Baltimore City. That's unacceptable. And so, we need to do a better job at increasing our clearance rate.
But as communities across Baltimore continue to be gripped by this violence, it's the hope that outreach like this may be the jumping off point we need.
We'll never be able to push our city forward if we're not coming together as wholeness.
We reached out to Baltimore police as well as Mayor Jack Young tonight to get their thoughts on the state of crime in the city, especially as we near that grim milestone of 250 homicides. We've yet to hear back. Dan Lamparello, Fox 40.
What the fuck the mayor gonna say? What the fuck can the mayor do about this shit, man? He a Democrat. What he gonna do? He gotta keep implementing democratic policies. He's a Democrat. He's a fucking Democrat. He gonna keep instituting democratic policies. And his shit gonna keep being fucked up. And Baltimore, man, it could be beautiful, man. It could be beautiful, man. If Baltimore was fucking 70% white, it would be like San Diego. It's a beautiful place, man. Baltimore is a beautiful place as far as the city, the downtown part. The downtown of Baltimore is the harbor. That shit got so much potential. The harbor, the Baltimore harbor, that shit got so much potential.
Another business closed in downtown Baltimore. Dick's Last Resort, which was open for 10 years and known for its brash, outspoken staff, staying true to form with a spokesperson reportedly calling the city a hellhole dumpster fire. A representative telling Fox 45 in part, that location has not been profitable since Baltimore City officials allowed it to be overrun by criminals. City council members reacting to those words at a community cleanup Saturday morning.
I think some of the comments are very short-sighted. Again, they're not taking into consideration the totality of what's happening in the city. I think it seeks to blame, politicians when it winds up being the economic issue.
When you have folks who are just talking national partisan talking points and who don't understand Baltimore, who don't understand that their business is a failed business, not just because of the city of Baltimore, because of their business model, the food that they serve, and we're talking about a global pandemic that's impacting restaurants across the city.
The Maryland Restaurant Association has forecasted 40% of restaurants in the state could close during the pandemic. Dick's Last Resort follows several other retailers leaving downtown, including the Barnes & Noble in the Inner Harbor and Ripley's Believe It or Not. Dick's Last Resort also just closed its Boston location in the past few weeks. That one was open for 15 years. As for whether COVID or crime is to blame for Baltimore's shutdown.
Well, I don't think the violence. I think it's because of the pandemic, no reaction to it, nothing, no doing anything about it, and business can't survive.
I think the leadership in Baltimore City is pathetic, and I think it's been a long time coming, and COVID was the icing on the cake.
I definitely think the pandemic and COVID has a lot to do with it, but I'm sure that part of it does have to play with the violence and people just maybe not feeling as comfortable as before kind of being out and around, but I think that COVID probably has the most to do with it.
Downtown, Shelley Orman, Fox 45 News.
You have roving bands of teenagers of a certain race roaming around downtown Baltimore, assaulting white people. How many of y'all knew that? Here, one of you knew that. That there's roving bands of black teens roaming around downtown Baltimore assaulting white people on the regular, and nobody, rarely ever does anybody go to jail. Give me another city, man. Nightly News with Arc Nation News. You can choose the only interactive news program on YouTube. Support the channel via PayPal or via the Cash App, man. Give me a city, somebody. What's up, Deshaun? Colin Flaherty is from he's from not far from Baltimore, but Wilmington. That's right up 95. You got to keep going up 95. Wilmington, Delaware. Oh man, we got Philly and Dallas on the board. All right, we're gonna go to Dallas first, then we're gonna go to Philly. Let's go to the south, and then we're gonna come back to Philly. Whew. I want to do a poll, an unofficial poll, man. When y'all hear that a person got shot in public, I'm not talking about in a house or something. When y'all see a headline that says a person got shot at XYZ public place, how many of y'all automatically assume that it's a black person? Hit 1 if you automatically assume it's a black person. Hit 2 if you don't. If you just automatically assume it's a black person. Police say no suspects were in custody after a group of men in one vehicle shot at another in front of the Western Galleria. A man died. Witnesses said one group shot at a Mercedes shot at another group. Officer found a man dead. He was taken to the hospital. He was pronounced dead. We don't have no race on that, but you can pretty much tell by what happened who the fuck that was. When I ever shooting, I live in DC, so I automatically assume 99% of our shooting victims are black. So I automatically assume that. And then from doing this, I've started to automatically assume that from other places. Everybody hit that like button, man. Make sure you hit that like button.
When you move home, you move more than just yourself. That's why Xfinity has an easy-to-use online experience to get your TV and internet up and running in a matter of minutes.
Awesome.
Simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store today to get started.
Oh, they ain't gonna show us the fucking news story. Some man got hit by a big rig while he was running from the cops. See, this is the shit that niggas, people like this never speak up for cops. When all the anti-cop shit is going on, people like this never speak up. I know it gotta be frustrating for cops who go out here and save people's lives every day, that when all this negative police shit is going on, the people who've had their lives saved, their lives changed, all the women who've been held hostage by their fucking crazy ass boyfriend, and then the fucking cops come and have a standoff and talk the guy out of fucking killing her, or storm the apartment and save her ass. None of them women ever show up and say, you know what, cops really ain't that fucking bad.
When you move home, you move more than just yourself. That's why Xfinity has an easy-to-use online experience to get your TV and internet up and running in a matter of minutes.
Cool. Why this shit won't?
Awesome. Simple. Simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store today to get started.
This morning, we are hearing from the Dallas officers who recently helped some strangers rescue a man from a burning car, and all of it was caught on camera. NBC5's Lana Quillen has their harrowing story.
It was such a close call. Those officers and witnesses had just moments to spare to save that man's life, and you can hear the intensity of it all in that harrowing video. Just take a listen.
I think our training kind of tells us to think on our feet. You know, we don't know what we're going to expect, you know, when we go out to a call. I mean, always be prepared for the worst.
Now, this all happened on Saturday, September 19th at Cyan Road in East Dallas. There was a 6-vehicle crash with one of the cars engulfed.
How many of y'all would run towards that? Hit one if you would run towards that to go pull somebody out of that.
In flames. 3 Dallas.
I mean, always be prepared for the worst.
Now, this all happened on Saturday, September 19th at Cyan Road in East Dallas. There was a 6-vehicle crash with one of the cars engulfed in flames. 3 Dallas officers, Jonathan Martinez, Israel Benales, and Jonathan Calder, arrived to find someone still inside that car. They say the man was unconscious. Witnesses were using any water they could find to try to put out the flames. Officer Benales grabbed a fire extinguisher to help, but the smoke was pitch black and the car was so hot, officers say it was melting and dripping onto them. Still, everyone worked together. The seatbelt wouldn't come off, so a witness cut it off with a knife. Another broke a window and crawled inside to loosen the man's foot, allowing officers to pull him out to safety just before it was too late.
If it wasn't for the people that were there trying to help us, keeping the fire down and breaking the back window and supplying us with a knife to help cut the seatbelt, if it wasn't for those citizens, there's no way that that man would have been still here today.
The man was taken to a local hospital to be treated for his injuries. We're still waiting to know the status of his condition. Police, though, say they are still investigating that crash. Alana Quillen, NBC5.
And police do that all the fucking time. They do shit like that all the fucking time. And that guy, you think, and I bet you if some motherfuckers is talking shit about defund the police and kill cracker cops, I bet you that guy wouldn't say 2 words. That guy wouldn't say 2 words like, hey man, I can't say all that. I can't say fuck cops, man. Cops saved my life. People like that never say shit. You notice that? People like him, they'll never say, wait, hold up, fuck cops. Whoa. Look, I'm not a criminal, but I was in a car accident and some cops saved my life. You never see people say that shit. White, black, Hispanic, whatever. Alright, let's go to Philly, man. Let's go to the Philadelphia. The Philadelphia. God, dog. Woo, that joint is, this town right here, boy. God, dog, this is a rough ass town right here, Jack. This is a rough ass town right here, Jack. I ain't even gonna hold you, my nigga. This is a rough ass town right here. This is a rough ass town right here, Jack. I've been to Philly too. That joke just looked rough. That's another city. Philly actually looked rougher than Baltimore. Baltimore looks rough, but Philly looks rougher, my nigga. Philly looks rougher. Philly just looked like, God damn. It looked like, it's like literally like they took a city and just smushed it. They took a city, they tried to fit a city that was like 100 square miles into like a space of 10 square miles. So yeah, 4 shot, including boys 15 and 16 near West Philadelphia block party. Gunmen open fire. Remember I told you about these niggas talking about racism and segregation? Racism and shit. All these niggas talk about racism, and the city is so racist, and the fucking politicians ain't doing the right thing for black people. Watch this. Instead, that bitch looks like Lil Wayne. Oh, I thought you said that girl looked like Lil Wayne. This chick right here. I like this lady, man. That lady can get it. This news lady right here can get it. Smash.
Female fire chief, Captain Lisa Forrest of Ladder 24 in West Philadelphia, is now officially a battalion chief. Forrest is the first black woman to hold the title in the department's 149-year history.
So listen, I want you to notice. The Philadelphia has a black female police chief, a black battalion chief. That's the person, like basically the chief of the fire department. You have a black police chief, a black battalion chief in Philadelphia. I think the mayor's white, but a lot of times the mayor's black. It goes back and forth. Salute, Hex. Salute. Appreciate it. He said it's a boy black owned news channel. So you telling me this? Philadelphia got a black police chief and a black female police chief and a black female battalion chief. Yet these niggas is marching in the streets talking about racism. I just don't understand the Negro, man.
She said she...
I just don't understand this Negro.
Fire department promoting its first black...
And then you got a black woman as the news anchor. A black woman as the news anchor. A black police chief. A black female... black female battalion chief. Black people all on the city council.
Female fire chief. Philadelphia Fire Department promoting its first black female fire chief. Captain Lisa Forrest of Ladder 24 in West Philadelphia is now officially a battalion chief. Forrest is the first black woman to hold the title in the department's 149-year history. She said she joined the department after she was discharged from the Army because of an injury. Today, Battalion Chief Forrest was honored along with several of her colleagues.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear that I will well and truly perform the duties of my new rank to the best of my ability.
Wow, what a moment there. Battalion Chief Forrest served as a captain for the fire department for the last 7 years, and she's been with the department for 16 years so far. Congratulations to her. Well deserved.
Boy, oh boy, them sisters be getting them positions, boy. Them sisters be getting them good jobs. Them sisters be getting them good jobs, boy. Racism, sexism, racism and sexism. Them sisters be getting them jobs, man. Nope, racism don't exist, Victor. I'm glad you finally admitted that. Racism and sexism. Oh my God. Black people running all these fucking cities, man. All these cities you go to is niggas running them. Niggas running these cities. And there's a crime rate through the fucking roof. Just like Baltimore. Black mayor, black police chief, black battalion chief. Baltimore, everybody black. Whole city council black. Everybody black in Baltimore that run Baltimore. Philly, they got some white people in some positions, but there's a lot of niggas too. Now, I'm not saying the sister don't deserve her job. They say she was a captain for 7 years. So she worked her way up. I'm not saying she don't deserve her job. I'm just saying I don't hear about no fucking racism. I don't hear about no fucking racism. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying she ain't deserve it. I'm saying I don't hear about all this fucking racism. And everybody who fucking got a position in the city is a fucking black person. You know, that's the shit that get me tired. I'll just be tired of that shit. Like, god damn. All you niggas, every fucking position is held by a nigga. White people need to start complaining about racism. The white people need to be the ones complaining. A 21-year-old man shot multiple times in the head and killed in Belmont, Philly. So many shootings, man. 21-year-old man. Oppression. Niggas love talking about oppression. Oppression. The black woman. Black woman got it good in America. Go take your ass to Africa. Go to Africa. See how much you like it over there. Real Africa. The real Africa. Not that shit. Not that Egypt. Them Egypt fantasies y'all niggas be having a fucking Queen Nefertiti and shit. All that bullshit. Real Africa. Queen Cleopatra and shit. All y'all think y'all gonna be Cleopatra when y'all go back to Africa and shit.
Philadelphia police are investigating after 2 bikers were attacked yesterday morning in Wissahickon Park. Friends of the Wissahickons sent out a warning to park users saying the attack happened along the paved bike path between historic Rittenhouse Town and the parking lot at Forbidden and Lincoln Drives.
Who did this attack? Who attacked? Salute, Rico. Who did this attack, y'all? Who attacked these people? First of all, tell me who was walking. Who's walking on this trail? Give me the race of the people who walking on this trail. When you go to a trail and there's a bunch of people walking, give me a race on the people that walk on trails.
They say a man Philadelphia police are investigating after 2 bikers were attacked yesterday morning in Wissahickon Park.
Is that true, Victor Creed? You said Kingface died? I mean, I never really followed him. I was aware of him. That's crazy. R.I.P. to that dude, man.
Friends of the Wissahickon sent out a are investigating after 2 bikers were attacked yesterday morning in Wissahickon Park. Friends of the Wissahickon sent out a warning to park users saying the attack happened along the paved bike path between historic Rittenhouse Town and the parking lot at Forbidden Bags.
Somebody jumping out attacking white people on the fucking trail. I know what happened. I know who be doing that here. That shit be going on here. They be fucking them white people up on them trails here. That shit is like fucking stealing candy from a baby. These niggas love going to the little bike trail and sticking them white folk up. Cause you can't get a concealed. This is no open carry. It's very, very hard to get a concealed carry here. A 26-year-old transgender woman killed in West Philadelphia shooting. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my day. That's another thing. Niggas be killing the hell out of some transgenders. Do you know that every transgender that's been killed this year has been black? Hit one if you know that. Every single transgender that's been killed this year has been black. And we know it's a bunch of white dudes. We know it's a bunch of white transgenders. This is the most famous transgender person is a white dude, Caitlyn Jenner. But we know that it's a whole shit ton of white transgenders just because there's more white people in this country than black people. Yet every single one, I'm not bullshitting you. I've been doing stories on this, just doing the news. Every single one transgender that got killed in this country this year has been black. Every one. All of them. That's some shit I've been trying to explain. I think I got a theory on it, but I don't know. I want to know what y'all think.
Developing tonight at 5, a deadly attack on a transgender woman. She was shot and killed this morning in West Philadelphia. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
I'm Jason Martinez. Police say they have the man who fired, but they're trying to figure out why. Our Kelly Rule live at Philadelphia Police Headquarters. Kelly?
Yeah, Shayna, Jason, we still don't know what led up to this violence. Certainly a lot of questions surrounding it tonight, but a transgender activist did tell me they're seeing this happen far too often. Philadelphia 16th District police officers go door to door on Wyalusing Avenue near 51st Street with yellow flyers. It's not unusual for this kind of follow-up after a murder in the neighborhood. What brought them here Monday? They say a 26-year-old transgender woman was shot to death.
No matter your sex, your life still matter, you're human. At the end of the day, that's still somebody's child.
Police say the shooting happened just after 8 a.m. a few blocks away near 41st Street and Westminster Avenue. Police say someone took the 26-year-old, shot twice, to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center in a car, but she died from her injuries, and they arrested the man responsible. Teresa Burton and Lakita Bell live in the area and say they are fed up with the violence plaguing this stretch of Wyalusing for years now.
They need to do something about it because with this corona and the kids out of school, it's not safe.
But it's not the only issue.
You're not going to get away with just killing us. You're not.
Deja Lynn Alvarez, a trans activist and advocate who works closely with Philly police, says locally and nationally they are seeing an uptick in violence against black transgender women. And she says far too often people jump to the conclusion the violence was a result of the victim lying about being transgender. She says more often than
You heard that?
not. The and advocate who works closely with Philly police says locally and nationally they are seeing an uptick in violence against black transgender women. And she says far too often people jump to the conclusion the violence was a result of the victim lying about being transgender. She says more often than not, the offender is someone the victim knew.
We are transgender women, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. And in order for this to change, we need society to stop shaming us and shaming those that are involved with us.
Now tonight, police have still not identified the victim or the man they arrested. We will certainly keep you posted with any updates that we get. But for now, Shayna, they are asking anybody with information on this murder to come forward. Okay.
This is a violent city, man. Kids getting killed, 15 and 16-year-olds getting shot, transgenders getting shot. Give me another city, man. Nightly News with Ock Nation News. You can choose the only interactive news program on YouTube. Support the channel via PayPal or via the Cash App. Give me a city, man. Excuse me. Whew. Every single transgender that's been killed this year has been black. Every one of them. God, dog. I think you niggas be fucking tricking off. It be too many. I think it's because there's a lot of niggas tricking off on them transgenders. Coming into contact. Oh, somebody said New York. The Big Apple. Let's go to the Big Apple. The Big Apple. The rotten apple. Vic the Creed. Don't go nowhere, Vic. Vic, where you at? Vic, I need Vic. Make your presence known, man. I want to know if you still in here, Vic. We about to do your city. And see all the good that black people are doing in your city, Vic. We want to see all the good that black people are doing. We want to see all the good that black people are doing in your city, Vic. You should be proud, man. We coming to your city, man. Cause the way you talk, you ain't around the same type of niggas as the rest of us. So we want to get a chance to see what type of niggas you around. Cause you ain't around the type of niggas we be around. You be around a special kind of nigga. You around super niggas.
John Robert.
Yeah, I bet that car dealership was near. You ain't never been there, though. That's a luxury car dealership. You ain't never been there.
Today, a rally on behalf of Breonna Taylor. People are gathering in Zuccotti Park, calling for action for the woman who was killed during a botched police raid in Louisville. CBS 2's Christina Fan is live in Lower Manhattan this noon. For us, Christina.
Hey, Chris. Well, this protest is a little bit different than the other ones that have been.
Can y'all believe these dumbasses are still protesting for Breonna Taylor in fucking New York City? Just let that sink in. They're still protesting for Breonna Taylor. This is fucking yesterday.
Held in the wake of.
In Zuccotti Park, calling for action for the woman who was killed during a botched police raid in Louisville. CBS 2's Christina Fan is live in Lower Manhattan this noon. For us, Christina.
Hey, Chris. Well, this protest is a little bit different than the other ones that have been held in the wake of Breonna Taylor's death. It is a strike to show the
role black women play in the American economy, providing essential services like Brianna did as an emergency room technician during the height of the pandemic. Strikes like these are taking place all across the country.
Why they still lying, man? Okay, so they said she was an emergency room technician. Okay. But she was involved in fucking heroin, meth, and cocaine. Her drug ring, they were drilling in cocaine, heroin, and meth. Hold on, man. They're protesting for this girl yesterday in New York. These motherfuckers are annoying.
Organizers say despite massive protests and repeated calls to charge.
These motherfuckers are the worst people in the world. I hate these people. I hate these people.
A rally on behalf of Breonna Taylor. People are gathering in Zuccotti Park calling for action for the woman who was killed during a botched police raid in Louisville. CBS 2's Christina Fan is live in Lower Manhattan this noon. For us, Christina.
Hey Chris, well this protest is a little bit different than the other ones that have been held in the wake of Breonna Taylor's death. It is a strike to show the critical role black women play in the American economy, providing essential services like Breonna did as an emergency room technician during the height of the pandemic. Strikes like these are taking place all across the country today. Organizers say despite massive protests and repeated calls to charge the officers involved in Breonna's death, no one has been held accountable. They say the lack of justice shows the continuing, long-standing reality of what it is like to live as a black woman in America. They believe today's strike aims to show that she was essential and that all black women are essential.
It is time that this country starts to respect our bodies and our lives. We cannot accept a black woman being murdered in her home.
We cannot accept a black woman being murdered in her home. That happens fucking 20 times a day. That happens all the fucking time. Every fucking city, the mayor of every goddamn city, I can't name a city where the mayor ain't a black woman. These motherfuckers full of shit.
Our bodies and our lives. We cannot accept a black woman being murdered in her home.
Look at her eyes. She don't even know what the fuck she talking about. Look at this woman. She can't even figure out what the fuck she want to say.
It is time that this country starts to respect our bodies and our lives. We cannot accept a black woman being murdered in her home.
And what you are hearing right now are several speeches by prominent black women in the community. They say after this part of the strike, they will be embarking on a short march and walk in this neighborhood. And for those who couldn't participate in today's strike, organizers say you can show your solidarity in a number of ways, including wearing Breonna's favorite color, which is purple, as well as staging a walkout at work. For now, reporting live in Lower Manhattan, Christina Fan, CBS 2 News.
Is the screen frozen? Did they freeze my screen? The first screen is frozen. Those sons of bitches. Hit one if your screen is frozen. These sons of bitches. Frozen. Shit. Alright, y'all, but I'm make sure you tune in to Ock Nation TV tonight. I'm gonna have a blockbuster video for y'all tonight. Ock Nation TV. I'm gonna have a blockbuster video for y'all tonight. So make sure you tune in. Ock Nation TV tonight. If you ain't subscribed, to Ock Nation. Most of y'all should be subscribed to Ock Nation TV. Come with a blockbuster video tonight. So I see you guys out over there tonight, man. Peace. I'm out.